Okay. So, I know everybody likes to do, like, top 10 lists of games that came out the previous year, of what ones they thought were the best, what ones they thought were the worst. I never play the games the year that they come out. Do I own some that came out last year? Yes. I have Sonic Colors Ultimate. I have Tales of Arise. There's the only ones I know. But I think Balan Wonderland was Balan Wonderworld 2021? I think it was. I ain't played them. I bought them, I pre-ordered them, and then put them up for Christmas and did not touch them. I am a terrible person. This is why I never get anything done. But I do have a list on my Google Docs of games that I did play, specifically the ones that I finished, because I don't know all games I just played last year. But there are 9 games in total that I either finished or completed last year, and I figured why not review them instead. Some of them I do have better in-depth reviews on my blog that are not just me being opinionated. If you want a sophisticated review that makes me sound like I know what I'm talking about, please feel free to check out my blog where I have talked about, I believe I've talked about 4 of them. Yeah, 4 of the 9 are on there, if I'm correct. I'm not looking at my blog, so I don't know for sure. But I'll talk about it when I get to that. Alright, so first up, I started the year off January 10th last year. I completed Free Cell Solitaire Deluxe. By completed, I mean I unlocked every single thing in that game, and there's an achievement list. I am absolutely never playing it again. I am so tired of Solitaire. I don't think I want to play Solitaire again for another 3 years. You have to play like over 1,000 rounds of Solitaire to meet the requirements to complete that game. It was on the Switch. I got it for free at some point when it was for free on the eShop. When it's not free, I think it's $3, which is awesome if you want to play Solitaire digitally. But honestly, don't complete a Solitaire game. That's just stupid. I don't know why I did that. Alright, April 6th, Undertale for Xbox Game Pass on Xbox One. I didn't technically complete it, simply because I didn't hunt down the altar to donate money, and I was not going to do that many exchanges with the Timmies in Timmy Town to get enough money for some silly altar thing that only gives you an achievement. I'm sorry, I don't care that much. It's like the altar to the annoying dog, and it's like, why? Why would I want to bribe that thing? The annoying dog is annoying for a reason. It's seriously, like, in one sense, I like that little white dog. The dog is hilarious. But to hunt down its altar now, you can't make me. Pretty sure that's what the altar was for. I don't really remember 100%, but I do know there's an altar. It's hidden in a thing. It's not that hard to get to if you're curious enough in the game. I just wasn't going to do that much backtracking after I finished it. I was like, nope, I'm done. Because I played through it normal, pacifist, the torture that is genocide. Just after you finish a genocide run, you're like, I'm never playing this game again. You can't make me. Just, I love Undertale. Don't get me wrong, but I've completed it before, and that was before they added that altar thing, and it was fine that way. But they added that for I don't know what reason. They added that to the console version because I played it originally on Steam. I originally played it on the computer, and boy, did my fingers hurt when I got done. And my fingers hurt again when I got done with it on the Xbox One. I was like, no. You can't make me go back and waste time selling stuff to Timmy's. Alright, after that game, apparently I gave myself a much needed break. July 12th, Fractured Minds on the Switch Nintendo eShop. I completed it because to like beat it is to complete it. There's nothing to collect or anything. It's a pretty short game. It's not that hard. I mean, I did get stuck in one room for longer than I should have. But, I mean, I think I only spent like 3 hours on the game. Most people only spend like 2 or less, if you know what you're doing. I didn't know what I was doing. I went into it completely blind. It gives kind of an accurate portrayal of the nonsense that goes on in your mind whenever you have high anxiety. I have high anxiety. That's the main reason I played this game. I wanted to see how accurate it was in portraying high anxiety. And it's correct. It might seem strange. You're like, well, that's nothing. Yes. It doesn't make sense to anybody who has anxiety why something like whatever nonsense is making us stress out. It just happens. And it doesn't have to make sense. And it does a good job of showing that. Like, okay, yeah. Does this make sense? No. But is this something that's stressing me out? Yes. I like that. I forget how much it was, though. I bought it. I know I bought it. I know it's cheap. And it's worth playing through. Especially if you're trying to understand somebody who has anxiety and you don't quite understand it, or even if you have anxiety yourself. It's nice to see there's others to relate to. I know it makes me feel better. I sometimes just play through it a little bit, just like a reminder, like, okay, yeah, I'm not the only one that just over stresses about something. Okay, August 13th. Boyfriend Dungeon Xbox Game Pass on Xbox One. I completed that game more than once, and there's a stinking glitch trophy that is... It made me so mad. There is 1 or 2 trophies that are glitched on that game that will not go off no matter what I do. It made me beyond irate at the game. The game itself has a lot of glitches. I love that game, especially ruining his blood. I love going after that particular thing. I love the fact that this game doesn't make you restart to romance the next character. You can romance all of them and see their endings. Mind you, their ending might glitch out on you and completely make no sense. Rowan's ending was one of the glitchiest. I could not get his to go off until I did somebody else's ending, and then it showed his, and I was like, I think the game's lost. But then it showed me the other ending too. Yeah, there was times it just showed me multiple endings at the same time. I'm like, I know I did it, but like, why are you showing me this? That blog doesn't make the most sense either. I'd love to see more, though. I'd love to see them do other games like that. It's fun. You go through random generated dungeons and you defeat your inner demons, if you will. And by doing so, you get to get closer with the weapon people. I really don't know how to explain that without that making zero sense, other than if you've played the game, you know what a weapon person is. It's weird. It's definitely weird. But I like it anyway. The storyline's pretty cool, too. I don't want to, like, spoil it, though. Just, I don't know, it's a fun game. It's not very long, though. So, keep that in mind. It's stupid short. Alright, August 18th, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I finished that stupid Pokédex. I have both copies of the game. I have my Switch, and my dad has a Switch. I took his Switch, and I made him hunt down Pokemon. I hunted down Pokemon on my Switch, and then I traded those things back and forth. I bred them with a Ditto that I got so lucky. I was doing the online random trade to try to get some of the starters. And in the process, I got a Japanese Ditto. I was like, you have made my life complete, Ditto. Come here. I used it for breeding purposes at that point. It is the best for breeding purposes. Not only does it increase your chance for a shiny, but it also means whatever you breed it with, you're going to get what you was trying to get. Obviously, you can't breed legendaries, though, so that was just a case of trading it back and forth. But, yes, I did that. It's complete. I am not considering the DLC part of completing that, simply because it's another set of Pokemon to catch and trade, which, why? And then there's, of course, the randomness of the legendaries in the dungeon thing. I don't remember what it's called. And I have nobody to do that with because everybody's all fascinated with the new Pokemon. So, yeah. Well, I should mention, I do love Pokemon Sword and Shield. Just, I wouldn't recommend focusing on completing it. The fun of the game is just running around and doing what you want. Like, hunting down a shiny, whatever. In my case, it was breeding like crazy until I got shiny Wooloo, and my day was so complete that day. I was so excited when I saw that shiny Wooloo. I was like, yes! Alright. August 30th, I completed Lone Survivor. I played that through the PlayStation Now service I have. That is a fascinating indie horror game. I'm pretty sure that's one of the ones that's reviewed to a good standard on my blog, because I don't remember much about it. I remember that I had looked at the name of the creator because, like, most of the credits is the name of the creator. Because I was playing the PlayStation version, there is a few credits of the people that carried it over to the PlayStation, but it's just like, created by, directed by, written by. Like, okay, we get it. You did everything. You gotta put your name 50,000. Okay, yep. And the credits are just slow. There's no way to skip them. It's like, oh, I'm stuck here. I get it. When you make a game by yourself, you're gonna want. There should still be a way to fast forward the credits, because, like, after you've beat the game for the third time, you're like, I don't need to see the credits again. Because there is multiple endings on the game. And that's the main reason the credits bothered me. When there's multiple endings, like, don't make me sit through the credits again. I know. I don't care. At that point, I'm like, I don't care who made this game. I just want to get through the next ending. Especially since, like, I saved at a certain point that allowed me to, like, load the save and get another ending off of it. And it was just like, would you just let me do what I want? But yeah, I completed it. I got all the endings, even the PlayStation exclusive ending. I think right now it's exclusive. If it comes to any other consoles, which it's supposed to, it should have. You need the director's cut of it. Because the original online computer one download thingy, I know words. The original computer download one did not have the extra ending, which I think it's called the yellow ending. I don't remember. Each of the endings is a color. Like, there's red, white, green, blue. Yeah, yellow was the extra. That's when you know it's been a while since I played a game. I gotta think about it. I'm like, the less you know going into the game, the better, though, for the horror purposes. Because they're like horror things, like, once you've seen them, the scare's gone. After you've seen it once, you're like, oh, what the? And then the second time you play through it, you're like, I get it, yeah. Because after you beat it once, you pretty much get what's going on. You're like, oh, yeah, I get it. Kind of. I didn't 100% get all the endings, though. Like, my brain was like, I don't understand this. Those are, like, slight differences between the red and blue ones, I think. Yeah, there's, like, a small difference. It's an important difference, but I totally did not see it because I don't know what I was looking at. I probably was just getting frustrated, like, just let me go to the next ending, please. Um, so yeah, I'm intelligent like that. All right, but it's a good game. It's worth it. I'd buy it if it wasn't for the fact I already played it for free, which I technically paid for it because PlayStation now costs money. You know what I'm saying? All right, October 14th. I completed Minecraft Dungeons minus the DLC. I'm not buying no DLC. I got it through the Xbox Game Pass to play through it, and I'm glad I did because I do not want to ever buy that game. That was the boringest dungeon romp I've ever played. Because that's all it is. It's you go across a field or whatever, or through a dungeon of some sort. You hit enemies and grab treasure. And you can't personalize nothing. There's limited options for character creation. You only can use whatever weapons are given to you. I mean, you can get a shop that gives you some weapon options, but it still sucks. There's a way to upgrade your weapons later, but you didn't have to fight with a weapon that you don't want for 3 battles to get it upgraded. The same with the items. How about I got upgrade an item for? And each time, and like, increasing the difficulty doesn't do anything but make the enemies do more damage and take longer to kill. It just makes you run in circles longer to kill the enemies. Like, that was so fun. Because, like, there's ways to do dungeon stuff that's fun. Because it's not even like these dungeons are randomized. Each time you run through that field, it is the same. It is identical. The enemies might be slightly placed different, and the item drops change, but it's still the same field. It's still the same enemies. It's boring. I don't know. I could not get behind that game. I was like, no. I should have just played regular Minecraft, because that game sucked. November 8th, I finally finished Disneyland Adventures on Xbox Game Pass on the Xbox One. I am not completing that game. Completing it just means doing the mini games that suck and getting more of the stupid hidden Mickeys that are stupidly hidden. They're not hidden in a creative way. They're hidden in a, oh, you didn't stand to the right of the pillar correctly way. That's stupid. I don't want to stand in a specific spot to take a picture of Mickey's head that is on the underneath of whatever. The mini games are all the same. Move left, move right, up, and down. They all move about the same speed, which is slow. And the only thing you're doing is collecting stuff. And then you gotta find and collect the hidden Mickeys on every... They're not even hidden. They're just like, hey, I'm here, shiny. Lean to the right some more. I will tell the game, thank you for letting me choose controller instead of Kinect as the option to play it. Because it would have sucked more on Kinect. Because the Kinect only sometimes likes to do what you tell it to do. And the consistency of the game is literally just running back and forth between the same characters to get pictures and to get autographs. Occasionally sidestepping to the store to buy the books. To do that, you get the money just by picking it up. It's like, it's on the ground everywhere. And then they give you items to shake the trees and whatnot to give you more money on the ground to pick up. I don't understand. By the time I finished it, I had a surplus of money and could buy the optional items. But I was no longer interested after about an hour of playing. I'm surprised I lasted that long, but that was only because I was curious. Like, well, maybe there's something. No, there's not something over there. Even riding the attractives is boring. They're all slow rides. It's like, oh. And the camera's like tilted funny, so it's not even like, yeah. When I'm on a ride, I sit like this. No, I don't. People still like that on the right. They look forward, they look around. There's no way to look around. You are stuck looking at whatever is right in front of this stupid thing slightly diagonally. It's like, oh, that's not fun. Especially with the Dumbo ride. It's like, I am stuck looking at an elephant's butt the whole time. Because that's fun. It's not. It's slow. It's dumb. Alright. And then November 29th, Dark Pictures Anthology, Man of Medan. I'm considering it completed because the only stuff I didn't do was multiplayer. And I have nobody to play with. It's no longer on Xbox Game Pass. And I refuse to buy a game that is so boring that I thought I was going to fall asleep playing it. It is like a game where you just kind of like walk from point A to point B, but the walking doesn't even work right. So it's like, what am I doing with my life? Sorry, I'm just missing some junk on my phone. I don't care. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it's just the library reminding everybody that they're closed on Sundays now. I didn't know why they were open on Sundays in the first place. Alright, but yeah, and those games were the ones I put reviews on too. I reviewed 3 terrible games. I was like, oh yeah, that was a fun 2021. I ended it by playing 3 terrible games in a row. Hopefully the games I play this year are better and not as irritating on my nerves. I know I am starting off the year good. I am playing ukulele and I am having fun. Not so sure about the game I'm going to play after that though. New Super Lucky's Tale is kind of boring. And I played it for 2 hours, then I had to walk away. It is definitely for kids. But yeah, I don't know why, but Man of Medan tried so hard to be like Until Dawn and has failed in every aspect. It would have been cooler if some of the stuff I wanted to happen would have happened. I was like, I don't know, make the curator show up and kill me. Nope. Like, make something, anything show up and kill me. And I even realized about halfway through playing the game, 90% of the quick time events don't even matter. It don't even matter what you do. You will live anyway. There's a very few that you actually need to press a thing to live. Like, there's a part where you gotta make sure that somebody don't get shot. And there's a part where you gotta make sure that they actually jump over the hole so they don't fall and die. That's it. Like, I was like, is this seriously it? Because, like, at other points, there's, like, a chase scene. I messed up all the quick time events on purpose. Not once did they get caught. They still managed to close the door on them. Pursuer. I was like, what? So what was the point of that scene? To bore me? I thought it'd been cool to see what happens, but no. The game's like, you can't do that. That would be cool. Let's not let you do it. Like every time. Ends up being a nothing. Even like stuff like, I was looking at this guide and it was warning, don't run away from each other. They still ended up together outside anyways. Nothing happened. Like, so what was the point? Why did it matter? It didn't. It didn't matter. That is the problem with that game. What you do doesn't even seem matter because you're going to live anyway. I was like, oh my goodness, this is dumb. That was my main problem with it, really. Alright. That was all the games that I played in 2021, and I plan to do the same thing next year about the games I play this year. Difference would be that actually all the games I play this year, I should be able to blog about after I play them. Unlike last year where I didn't blog about half of them and blogged about the other half. I think that's everything I wanted to talk about. I hope so, because I can't remember. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. That is it, and that is all. And bye.